The CEO here at VOYR, and wanted to give everyone an update for Sunday here. We want to thank everybody for the support and continued support. Um, we did get the audit back from Desert Finance. There are some issues that they highlighted in the smart contract that we are working through to resolve. It may require that we create a new smart contract and actually redeploy the token. So making that decision this week with the development team. We did use the pink sale finance baby token, and while it's not fundamentally flawed, there are a couple concerns that are called out. One is around a minting function that we don't need, but I can't remove because it's already been validated and pushed to the blockchain. And I don't want anybody to think that we're going to go out and mint additional tokens after we've supplied the drop, as we've pushed out the quantity we want to push out. So still working through that. One of the answers is obviously we do this, we deploy it, and then we rescind ownership of the contract so that no one owns the contract, and that way no one can invoke that minting function. That is the one way around it. The other one is obviously make the ownership of the smart contract be a multiple signature wallet so that no one person can invoke that. So we're going to make that decision this week. My goal still is by the end of the month to launch the fair launch of VOYR Key and get it back into the market. Let everybody come and claim their tokens that are owed, and then we'll have it off to the market in the community. We're still evaluating if we're going to change the ratio. Right, our initial ratio was going to be 100,000 VOYR Key to 1 BNB, and then at the fair launch, we were going to do. That's what we were going to do in the pre-sale originally, but at fair launch we're just going to do 80,000 to 1. We're looking at it because we obviously want to make sure that there's enough market space that anybody who wants to buy into it at the market will be able to. At 100,000 to 1, there's only 1,000 BNB worth of VOYR Key. So there is some desire and some recommendations to expand that so that there will be a bigger supply in terms of BNB allocated bandwidth. I'm personally neutral on it. I'm fine with what we originally decided on, honestly. I'm going to listen to some of the more well thought about people in this space and the community, and we'll make a decision again this week so that'll be out. My goal is to launch voyrkey.com by Wednesday. And so, today's the 13th of March. So we want to do that by Wednesday, the day before St. Patrick's Day on the 16th. What else can I share with you? We are going to still launch the VOYR Red products on April 1st. We are doing that in concert with 3 different sites. So we'll have VOYR Red, the adult NFT marketplace. We're going to have VOYR Red, a VOYR Red dedicated social platform, and then we have a co-branded site that we're developing under the VOYR Red label, but with our friends at Mile High Studios, and that's a branded site that's going to allow us to represent the historical footage of Deep Throat and the movie, and obviously all the content that goes along with it. Again, because this is an open AMA on a public channel, I can't guarantee everybody's over the age of 18 or 21. So I'm not going to give too many details about that, but obviously as we get closer to that, we'll be having information to come out around that. We are in the discussions to turn over VOYR to a DAO, and we are really, really considering trying to do that at the same time as the fair launch. And if we do that, then there'll be 2 tokens that come out. There'll be the VOYR Key, which will be the commerce utility token, and then we'll be creating a DAO token. We're at a point with VOYR that I really want it to kind of run and be community driven, community owned, and community loved. Our board is making a decision on that here in this month. Uh, we are going to keep supporting the platform, obviously, even if we do DAO it. We'll be a substantial holder of DAO tokens, but we don't necessarily want to be the end-all, be-all corporate entity behind VOYR. The vision for VOYR has always been put the creator first, let the creator make their own decisions, make them profit off of their creative talents, and reward them for that. We have substantially changed the infrastructure behind VOYR. We have made a migration from hyperscale public cloud into private cloud data centers that we now own and control. We did that for two reasons. One was obviously we needed to reduce operational overhead costs for VOYR. And two, we really made an investment in some private cloud infrastructure for a few of our other businesses. It made sense to take advantage of that economy of scale and for us to host VOYR 2.0, if you want to call it that, in those data centers. And so we're doing that. So that said, even if we do DAO it, Voyager Media Group, our parent company, will be a benefactor and hoster and provide the infrastructure for VOYR from now to the foreseeable future at no cost. But by operationally lowering our cost footprint, it gives VOYR the greatest chance to operate in a break-even or better situation, where before operational cost load was not going to make that possible for a while. I know I pre-recorded this today. I have some other work on our plate that obviously pays the bills. And so time-wise, I have to deal with some clients today. So I didn't mean to not to take this in interactive format and have you be able to ask questions today, because definitely that was my goal. That said, anybody can always reach out, ask questions on Discord. You can ask us via email, Twitter, Instagram, whatever you like to do. We'll be happy to take your question and get back to you. VOYR card. There was a few questions that came in last week about the VOYR card. VOYR card is still available. We've got about 600 of them left. So if you go to voyrcard.com, you can purchase them. We do ship worldwide. And again, if you want to have a backup of your hardware wallet, just buy two, and you can make a reference copy of one to another. They work great. Everybody who's got them is loving them. I know that some people have starting to share pictures and stuff, so it's kind of nice to see. So yeah, and again, if you don't want to even put VOYR on it, you don't have to. Our hardware wallets that will hold anything. That's Bitcoin, Ethereum, Doge, everything. It'll hold every kind of crypto. So yeah, if you want to get that, go to voyrcard.com. Once we launch VOYR Key on Wednesday, I am going to refresh the database. The database will get updated with the latest and greatest information on who has what in terms of holdings. Obviously, the percentages aren't going to change. It'll just be if the allocation of ratio changes. You're still going to get the same percentage of the pool that you had in VOYR Me. So that won't change, right? So whether you're going to get the same ratio will be the difference, but the percentage of the pool will not change. So your ownership position won't be impacted by the decision of what ratio we set. Other than that, we are in a situation where we're transitioning here a little bit of Voyager Media. I know that people keep asking why no one else joins me on the AMA. Just be transparent, because that's how we roll, right? We're completely transparent. Brandon has stepped back a little bit, and while he's still on the board and he's still an owner, he's not working actively day to day on the company anymore. And Enrique, while he's given over a year with no salary to the company, he had to go and transition into a place where he could make a salary. So he's still working with me on a day-to-day basis. He's still fully committed, but he has to timeshare himself, and I can't ask him to do any more than he's already done because he's gone above and beyond. So that is that's why one of the reasons why you're not seeing the other team members is inclusively on the AMA, although they are still working with us behind the scenes. It's just not at the same level. I personally am still fully engaged. I'm keeping a lot of our businesses running, and some of them are really doing really well. So, from that perspective, our time allocation, definitely has shifted a little bit. And just again, that's where things really have to make priority decisions because there's only a limited amount of resources, right? Resource triangle: time, people, and money. And if you don't have more people, you got to have more time or money. And I can't make time, so I can go make money happen, and I'm making it happen where the resources are allowing us to do that. So, but that's the update for the week. I really just wanted to get an update in, get it short and sweet, get it everybody out. Again, we're going to release VOYR key on Wednesday or by Wednesday. I've already started working on the site. I'll get the domain repointed. It'll pop up, and I'll post that on Discord so people can see that. This is going to get streamed live out at 11 a.m. So if you're catching this live right now, again, it was pre-recorded. So again, I apologize if you're asking questions right now in the chat. I'll try to grab those after the fact here and answer those back. If you're catching this later and you want to ask questions, again, drop us an email, social@voyr.me. You can email me directly, dave@voyr.me, or post it on our Discord. All right. So thank you everybody for tuning in. Wanted to get you an update again, and look forward to launching VOYR Key with everybody and getting people on board. So if you have anything that you need, reach out, and we're always here to help.